Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, fine. So it seems it is not muted. Shall I mute? No, I've muted. So can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay, fine. Sure.
Except there is a echo.
Yeah, I can even feel like go. Let me just call you back again.
Hello.
Now is it fine?
Yeah, it's fine, I guess.
Yeah, it is fine. No issues. Yeah. Now let us move on. So today we'll be learning something which is like creating collections and all, right? So let us start with the actual stuff, which is SharePoint. So in the SharePoint, the very basic thing is you should know how to create a site, and what is a site collection and what are the pages and all, right? So
Okay.
so today, yesterday we have seen something called IIS, right? So do you have any doubts on IIS, like which is
No.
server? No.
No.
Okay, fine. So today let us start with something called creating a page, creating a website in SharePoint. Fine. We'll
Okay.
see how to create a website, how to create, how the that website is being hosted in IIS, okay, and how we can create different collection of sites on that. Fine,
Okay.
fine. So yeah, so for that now we'll have to move to something called same SharePoint products and central administration. So
Okay.
we'll be opening this. Okay, let us just close this up. Now whenever you open SharePoint administration, sometimes again see you have to provide the credentials anyways. Even if I do remember credentials, it will be asking continuously anyways. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Fine. So this is the first screen where let it load first. So for creating site is nothing but it's a very basic site we'll be creating. So before that, let us draw a scenario, right? Let us see what scenario we can do for doing this. So let me save as this PPT for my mm, now let me select this up and save it up and now. So can you see my screen, right? So let it open. Anyways, I think this is okay. Anyways, this is open. But let us draw a scenario like for which we want to create a portal now, right? So we'll be taking the same example throughout our SharePoint example. Let us take one example of okay. Now let us take one example of corporate, as we have started the class with the same point that in a corporate there will be a team member, right? There will be a team member, and we said there is a center point which is SharePoint. There is a team member, and there is a guy called accountant, right? And there can be a guy called HRs. Okay, there can be a guy called managers, right? And a director and a CEO. Okay, so for them let us start creating. So and when we come to the end of this SharePoint, we should create a sample portal where at least some of these guys can use that portal, right?
Okay.
So let us call it as something called let us give this company name as corp. Let us say corp. The company name is some corp. So we'll be creating a site called corp. So under corp, which is corporate anyways, so they'll be having different roles like HR and all, right? So we'll
Okay.
take something. So we'll take any two examples of these, which are we'll take the end users like HR. So this HR, what does his HR do is like he'll be taking care of all resourcing, right? He'll be taking care of collecting resumes from resources, and maintaining database of all whoever are that in team members and all, right?
Okay.
And then Let us take one more example of who can we take. One more example, we can take either team member. We can go for team member who is maintaining who maintains all the documents, or we can go to accountant. Accountant maintains different excels and all, right? Let us say
Right.
this guy is maintaining some account section. This is, let us say, account section, and this is, let us say, HR section. Fine. So now, as we have done, let us go now. Let us say the name of our corporation is corp. Let us say our name of site will be corp, okay, and in which we will be developing something called, let us say we want to develop some portal for HR, okay, and some portal for our accountant. Let us say accounts.
Okay.
Fine. So we have taken only two end users. We don't need to have, complete thing for, for CEO and all. That replicates the same thing. So we'll be taking example of corp, which is nothing but a corporate. It can be any company where they have the HR department and accountants, right?
Okay.
Now, so here, so this is nothing but our website. So this is our website, okay. This is our website, which is nothing but we'll be calling the website as corp, okay. Under this
Okay.
we'll be having something called website collections. So these two will be website collections. Under this,
Okay.
let us say we'll be creating pages. So under HR, let us say we'll be creating something called pages called employee page, where he can collect all the employee information, right? And also he can also maintain resumes. Am I right?
Hmm.
He can also maintain resumes of the employees. HR department can do employee maintenance and resumes. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And let us go to accountants. Accountants will have something called, let us say, what can accountants do? He can maintain budget. Let us say he have got something called budget page, where he can upload excels or on. We'll define what can be done in budget. And let us say an accountant can also do, do you have any guess what can we write for any page for accountant? What else accountant can do?
Payroll or
Okay,
something.
fine, done. Let us take it as payroll. Accountant is taking care of payroll. So this will be our main site which we will be developing in SharePoint. Fine. So till
Mm-hmm.
in here itself, in the same example, we will be taking until end, where there will be corp, there will be two departments of HR and accountants, right? And
Right.
HR will be having two different pages, which is nothing but a employee page, where he can maintain all the employees, and he can have resumes of employees, or resumes of new candidates for which he want to take interviews, okay.
Right.
And now there is a separate section called accounts. In account section, he can maintain all the budget. Budget can be in the form of CSV or Excel sheet or anywhere, or and the payroll can be, again, he can have some documents of like pay slips of each and everyone, like what was the payment being done and all, right?
Right.
Okay, so let us take this as a sample for now, and we'll move on. No some so so first step will be, like, you have to create, creating before start of creation of any site, you have to create something called a website, okay, and you have to host that on IIS. So this is very important. First
Right.
step ever is you have to create a website and host it on IIS. Without this, you will not you will never be able to move on.
Correct.
Fine. So let us see how to do that. Now let us go back, and now here, so we have this SharePoint administration page now. So this is a central administration. So whatever we will be doing now, first point is our, like, we have to create a site and deploy it on IIS, right? So those things, anyways, whenever we say the big words like deploy, create a site, we don't have to directly do anything with IIS server, or anything else. If you use this page, which is central administration of SharePoint, and create page auto or create website, automatically it will be deployed on IIS for you,
Okay.
right? So remember in first class I was saying, whenever we talk about server deploying and editing some page and redeploying, it will be automatically done by SharePoint for you.
Okay.
Fine. Now let us start with how to create a website. Okay, so these are the steps. Actually here you can see there are so many things here in central administration, like central administration, application maintenance, system maintenance, monitoring, backup and restore. There are so many things, okay, in which central administration is the main part which we'll be looking up.
Okay.
Fine. So under here if you can see there is the application management, right? So under
Right.
that we have something called manage web application. Let me click on that. So manage web application is our first point. Is, if you remember, we have to create a website which is nothing but a root website and deploy it on IIS. Am I right?
Right.
Right. So here under central administration and under web applications we have something called new. So this is nothing but when you click on new, this will create a new website for you. Fine.
Right.
So now click on new. Now what it does, it will load all the information needed for this website. When you click on new, you have to, so it will get all the different properties that a site can have, like where to deploy, where to, everything you have to mention here. So that's how, yeah. Now can you see here, it says create new web application. Fine.
Okay.
So this is the window where you have to mention all your site name and all. Now let us go step by step. So the first step is authentication, right? So authentication is nothing but this guy want, one sec, is it okay? Fine, it is working, right? So authentication is nothing but we have seen some authentications in IIS, right? Which is there are anonymous authentications, there are different type of authentications, right? So here let us leave it as classic mode authentication itself. Fine. So most of them will be classic mode. Now let us go down, let us go into the one more main step here. It says IIS website. So these are the details which you have to mention in order to deploy it on IIS, right?
Correct.
Now it says create a new IIS website and name. So here you have to mention your name. Let us give our website name is Corp.
Okay.
We'll give the name as Corp, and this is port. You remember, we see here what is the port here, 12699, right? So this is
Yes.
the port. Let me open even IIS so that we'll collectively map and see. Okay, this don't touch anything on this port. Anyways, whenever this page opens, your SharePoint will search for empty port which is not used, and it will display here. Okay, so you don't have to touch this port. So let the name, let us give the name, and let us leave the port as it is. Fine.
Okay.
Fine. So here, so this is my IIS server, which is Internet Information Services, under which I have some sites. Don't worry about it. And you can see here, every time there is a site, let us say I have Sri IT site, so there is some separate port. Can you see here?
Okay.
If you go to something else, web services, you have some other ports. Fine. Now
Yeah,
in the
right.
same way, so this is a port which will be for our site called Corp.
Okay.
Okay, so let us go with Corp now. So don't worry about this path. This path is nothing but a virtual directory of IIS. Okay, this internally will be taken care of SharePoint. Now let's go down. So here we have something called security configuration, where it will ask like whether to allow it anonymous, like let it be non-anonymous, because you have to mention your user ID password. Let it be no, because if you give anonymous, anyone can be able to do that. Fine. And even SSL, leave as it is, and just go down. This public URL is nothing but once you host your application, we used something called some URL port, right? So this will be our site's URL. Let us leave as it is. Don't touch anything here. And now yesterday I was talking about pool, right? You remember what is a pool? Creating a new pool. You remember what is application pool? We have discussed something called pool here. I'll show you. I'll show you one pool. Anyways, doesn't matter. I'll show you one pool. Like, you remember this? I said, yeah. Now can you see here? I'll show you something. See, can you see here now? .NET Framework version 4.0. I have a pool like ASP.NET 4.0, where if I assign this pool to any application, it will use 4.0. Am I right? Now,
Okay.
if I assign SharePoint 80, on which version it is? 2.0. Can you see different versions here? I'll just
Yeah.
scroll. I'll just scroll it up. See, you can see it here. Change. It is changing to 4.0
Yeah.
and 2, right?
Different.
So that is how it happens. Anyways, in your system, as you haven't created any other site, that's why it is continuously 2.0. But I've created some pools, so that's why I can see my pool 2.0, ASP.NET it's 4, right? Again 2. So this is nothing but pool.
Okay.
Fine. Any doubts in it?
No.
Okay, fine. So this is nothing but, so cancel it out. So that's why here it is asking for whether to create a new pool or not, or here you can also use existing. If you click on this, see, it will give you all the local pools. Have you seen this local pool here, my pool, right?
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is, we have seen it here, which is, see, we have seen my pool, ASP and all, right? So everything will be populated automatically here. Fine. But don't use existing, just try to create separate pool for our, which is corp. Let us say our I'll show you that it will create its own application pool called car.
Okay.
Fine. And this is a application pool. Let us give it as network service. Don't give as configurable, because if you go more, if you rely more on SharePoint, it's better actually. Let it create, right?
Okay.
Okay, fine. And now this is very important again. See here, we, so now step by step we are going, right? First thing, IIS website. You understood what is IIS website here? IIS
Yeah.
website is nothing but we have to give the name. See here, I gave the name corp. Corp is nothing but like here, SharePoint 80 is here, right? This
Okay.
name on that day, whatever I'm mentioning was this. Let me give one understandable name. Let me give it as corp IT.
Okay.
Okay, and we'll see this name once we create this site. We'll see this name in this list. Under sites list, we'll be seeing something called corp IT.
Right.
Okay, now let me go down. Let me see something else. Okay, so we have something called application pool, right? Let us say I'm giving it as corp pool. Fine, because I'll be using a new pool for creating this corp IT.
Okay.
Now let's go down. See here, this is one more very important thing. It says database. If you don't have database, again you will never be able to use your SharePoint, right?
Okay.
And the vice versa is whatever you create in SharePoint will be automatically created in database. So what happens, your database instance will be created in your local PC, and the server will be like your database name. I'll show you where it is created. Fine.
Okay.
Now keep the authentication as it is, and let's go down. Search server, keep everything as it is. Don't touch anything. Okay, and just say okay. Okay, so this will create a site for you. So it is working on it. So our site name is corp IT, okay, which we are creating using SharePoint. And whenever we create SharePoint site, so still we are in this first phase where we have to create website, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we are in still this phase. And so have you coded anything here? No, right? We just selected the options, and we have just we have just selected the options, and we just did yes, I want to create a website. Now it,
Okay.
whatever coding and all stuff will be done by your, will be done our SharePoint by itself, all the CSS and all. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Even my system is a bit slow. see it in the system has become so slow. Fine. So here you can see here now,
Yeah.
so it has created, so it says application created, so it has created the application and web application has been created and everything, right? So just press
Okay.
on OK. So now can you see it here, corp IT,
Yeah.
right? So your website is created now. See here, my port is 4858, I mean 48548. So this is a
Okay.
port. Now let us see whether it is been deployed in IIS or not, right? Now
Mhm.
let's go to IIS. See, just right click and refresh it. Now can you see it here, corp
Yeah.
IT?
Copy.
Corp IT is deployed and see the port 48548, which is nothing but 48548. Am I right?
Okay.
So that's how our site is, deployed now. So when it says deployed, which means it is ready to use, right? So now what we'll
Uh-huh.
do, we'll copy this URL, right? Go to next tab and let us see how our website looks. I'm just copy this, I click copy and paste it over here. So okay, enter.
Okay.
See what happens. So as we have given something called anonymous authentication, which we have disabled, let us see whether it is asking for credentials or not. See, you understood now?
Yeah.
We gave anonymous as no, so we have to give authentications. What happened? Sorry, I gave some wrong one. What has happened? I have to increase my laptop's RAM. It's very important. It's already 4 to 5 GB. I think again I have to. It doesn't matter because once we create site, then it will be faster anyways. Admin. Admin. Virus. Okay. One sec. Where is that authentication? Let me just enable this basic authentication and then let us go here and see what happens. I have no clue on this. I don't know why it is happening. Sharepoint. Let me just check it out. Okay, this is fine. Manage web applications. So here is our corp IT. Corp IT is this is this. And we have to select this. Enter. I don't know why it is. Can I go and do for this? Yeah, I am able to do this, but I don't know what happened to that. Okay, fine, doesn't matter. So here, let us say first point is this application, right? Corp IT is here, right? We'll continue
Okay.
this anyways. Yeah. And next, next thing what you have to do is, so till now, yeah, man, we forgot something. We were in only first step, right? We haven't completed we are just in website. I was about to show IAS, so actually I have to stop here because we have created a website which is called as IT, right? Corp IT,
Mm-hmm.
and we have just deployed it in IIS. That's it.
Okay.
But in order to go to some pages, we have to create some pages in it, right?
Correct.
So that is nothing but we have to create something called collection, which is nothing but something which we were trying to do is we have to on this after creating website we have to do something called add site collection. So unless you add site collection, which is nothing but actual site pages, you will never be able to see site,
Okay.
right? So let us see how to add that. Now anyways, now you understood, right? In order to add your site, go to central administration, manage your publications, click on new, and your site will be created. Fine. Now
Okay.
let us see how to create a site collection, right? The next step is site collection. How to create a site collection is see. You can see here create site collections. You can see
Yeah.
this option.
It's
Click on that. Now see here, this is what is a main page again where you are actually will create your site collection. Now here the first step is you have to see what is the web application you want to use. So here go to IIS next. Your web application name is Corp IT, right? And which is
okay.
under port 48548, right?
Okay.
So here check this 48548. Is it correct?
Yeah.
485 is correct. Now so all the collections will be added under this. So let us see what is the collection again. Let me just give the name as Corp IT collection. Fine. And let
Okay.
us say this is corporate for HR and accounts management. Let us say I'm just giving a description. I'll show you where this description will come. Fine. I'm just giving
Okay.
the title as Corp IT collection, and we gave a description, and then we have to get the site address. Anyways, let us give the site address as the same. Now here is something which is called site templates. Again, this is very important one to choose template. What is a
Okay.
template will come will have a separate topic for what is a template and all, right? Now
Okay.
as of now what we are seeing is we are looking in something where there is a team involved, right? Where you
Okay.
have to have separate database for employees, resumes, budget and all. So for this purpose we'll be using something called team site. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, you'll be getting like different what are the different templates in SharePoint and how to use them. But as of now team site is something which is mainly used for collaboration. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now again, so here it needs some username. Let us type in my what username is there. It will take admin and admin. Fine. Now here the last one is again very important. It says select the quota of template. Like when we say no quota, which means I don't want to limit my storage. I can give as much as storage I can. Which means let us say HR is going on adding the resumes, and if the
Okay.
memory is growing, I can allow him to grow add so many resumes, right? I cannot restrict HR that you have to collect only 10 resumes,
Oh. Okay.
right? So that is nothing but your select quota template. This is very important. Again I said during team members, when it comes to team member here, right? Team member can upload any number of documents, right? An accountant
Okay.
can upload any number of documents, HR can upload any number of documents, director can
Okay.
upload any number. So that's how whenever you're creating a SharePoint site, you should not mention the limit. So that's why no quota, which means any number of any number of memory you can use, right? Now
Okay.
this is all the parameters which we will be giving for site collection. Now let's click on OK. Now you can see from here, from this point on, this will be fast, because first step was like, first step what we did is we created a website, basic website, and we deployed it on iOS. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
After that, now what we are doing is we are creating a actual page for
Mm.
now see here, it says, a collection is created, and now the website is ready. Now if you click on this website, now you will see a site will be created with the name. It will ask for user ID, password, give it out. Okay, actually it says the top level site was created successfully. What is top level site is, first point, we have deployed a site website, and on top of that we have created I'm sorry, whenever we say collection, site collection, it is again nothing but we are creating a platform to create many pages, right? And those
Right.
pages are nothing but HR accounts, and under that we'll be creating some low level pages called employee registers and all. Let us see how it is being done. It is still loading because this is the first time. After, again, can you see here, it says 48548, right? This port, this port mentioning is nothing but your port here, 48548. Fine.
So
You can see
Right.
here my S. Yeah. Again, why it is taking the name here is, this is the name of my server. You can see here the name of server is Srinath. So in your case, if your name of server is Asad, it will give you like, so now see, this is a site created. Okay,
Right.
can you see it here? So which is, we gave the site name as Corp ID collection, right? So from now on, my site name or site name will be Corp ID collection. It gave us the raw data. It's a very raw data. It's a very basic, template it gives. We can change the template accordingly. Now, so do you understand how it came now? The first step we did is we added website. You want me to explain once?
Okay.
Okay. So we first went to administration. Okay, and then we went to manage web applications.
Yeah.
We added a new site. When we added a new site, when we clicked on new, it loaded all the templates. Fine.
Yeah.
And we gave, when we gave everything over there, like authentication, we gave it as classic mode, and we just gave a name of our site, port and all, right? And we gave the application pool. Now I just want to show you application pool. Now under this corp, when you go to advanced settings, what is application pool? It's corp pool. Can you see this? We have created this, which means our SharePoint itself created something called corp pool, and it gave some version. Fine.
Okay.
So this is nothing but your pool. So that's why we mentioned our pool here, right? Pool. Then we gave something called database. I'll show you where it is being created, database. Okay, and just we clicked OK. Now when we clicked OK, it created a website for us.
Yeah.
Now our second step was again to create a collection under this. This is the architecture SharePoint follows. First, website create, deploy it on iOS, and then create some site collections. So site collections, I think, but go to central administration. Under manage web application, we have something called create site collections. Go to site collection, right? And here you have to choose your site. Anyway, see, change, when you click on change website, you will be having so many, right? We have so many.
Right.
So you have to select Corp IT. Select on it, and then give some name as, we gave it as Corp IT collection. See description, we gave some description, right? Can you see?
I read that.
You can. Yeah, this is your description here, right?
Yeah.
Now again URL. Can you see URL? URL, we said it should come under this, and we got the URL under this. Am I right? Right. And then it's a team site. Anyways, that is the look of team site, and we gave username, and whenever it asks for login, we gave admin as a username. Fine.
Correct.
Now, so this is the two steps we created, and from second step is like we got a website in our hand. Now the developer role starts here. Anyways, even that was a developer role, but that main maintenance will be with server guys. Anyways, they will create a they'll create a website for you, host it on IAS, and they will give this collection to your hand, and from this point on you have to maintain like how to edit on all you have to do. Fine.
All right.
Now
Uh-huh.
first ever thing is, whenever we look into this collection, it is nothing like it is like going into some gmail.com page, let us say. When you go to gmail.com page, what you'll see, username, password and all, right?
Right.
But will you be seeing anything else? No. But here what happened, when we went to corp IT collection, we are seeing something like welcome to your site and all, but we don't need all these things, right? We don't need this
Yeah.
image because this image is not concerned with us, and this all, like how to customize this
Okay.
is next very exciting part. Now see, under these tabs you have something called site actions.
Yeah.
So under site actions you will be having so many things like new page, new and everything, and you have something called edit page, right?
Okay.
When you click on edit page, what happens is the complete page will become editable. I'll show you how it becomes. It's so user friendly. See, you can directly delete your page. Can you see this?
Yeah.
It's very,
Yeah.
can you see, it has given so beautifully that you can directly go and delete your things. Now let us say I'll delete this part, I'll delete this part. Let us say I'll say welcome to corp IT home. Okay, and let me type it as like this, let me type it as like this is corp's homepage. Fine. Now
Okay.
again, we don't need this image, right? Just go and delete it. Simple. Just go and delete. Simple. Right? You're done. Let us say you're done with your page. Just go and save and close. This is your page now. Can you see?
Yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
simple.
Okay.
You can just delete everything, and now your page looks so clean that you are directly pointing to something. Now again, now let's come back to, now your our header is fine because it shows whatever you want, corp IT home and everything is fine, right?
Okay.
And our main page is fine because in main page we can see all like welcome corporate and all. Now there is one more problem here. Can you see this one? This doesn't belong to our site, right? Libraries, lists and all.
Okay.
Am I right? Because this is a default one being created by SharePoint, but we don't need
Yeah.
this, as the image was not related to our site. Even this is not related to our site. Am I right? So again,
Yeah.
we can also edit these things. How? Just in site actions, we have something called site settings. Fine. So in order to page the current content of site, we went to edit site.
Correct.
Now we want to touch some other contents of, this is separate content which is called some direct links, quick links, right? Quick launch, we can say. We have to edit this. How to do that is go to site actions, site settings. Under this there are so many things like user permission, galleries. You will be knowing what exactly are these things in step by step. What is site administration and all, right? But first
Okay.
we have to touch these, which is under look and feel. We have one option called quick launch. Click on that. Now can you see all the things? So in corp
Yeah.
IT we have something called libraries. If you don't want this, click on this, you will get some option called delete. Delete it.
Right.
Okay. Again, I don't want lists. Delete. Okay. I don't want discussions. Delete. Okay, fine. Now let's go to collections. Now can you see? Is it clear now?
Yeah.
Nothing
Right.
is here and nothing is here. Now it looks somewhat related to, completely related to corp IT. Right? Now till this point we have created something called corp IT collection. So till this point we are done now.
Okay.
Okay, till this point. I'm sorry. Till this point we are done. Fine. We have created a website corp, okay, under which we have created something called corp IT collection, right? And all these are under our IS server. Now the main part comes here is under corp we want something called HR and accounts. Am I right?
Uh huh. Yeah.
So this is nothing but a site now. So till now we have created a mother website, right, under which we want something called child sites.
Yeah.
So when we click on home, it's a corp IT collection. Let us see how to create one more website under this web page. Again, it is nothing but go to site actions, because we want one site for HR and one site for accounts, right?
Correct.
Under HR, we want a page called employee, we want a page called resumes. Am I right?
Okay.
Now let us go and create first HR. Now, for creating a separate website under IT collection, you have to go to IT collection here, you have to go again to site. So this tab site actions is very important, man. Site actions does everything for you under site.
Okay.
Okay, go to site actions. You can see here a new site. Can you see here? It says, if you click on this, you can create a new site. Now click on this. When you click on this, again it will give you something called templates. You remember template at first class? I mean before when we were creating template, I'll tell you what is a template in upcoming classes. What are the different templates we have and what are their significance, right? Now here, you can see there are team site. We have something called, if you go see here, collaboration. You have something called, you can show all categories, or you can go to step by step. Blank is some blank site. Collaboration will give to team site, document and all. Content, blog. You can create a blog. If you go to meetings, you can go to meeting workspace. We'll be learning what are all these things. Okay. Now at first step, let's go to team site. As we are creating team site, let's select team site, and now here you have to give something called title. Now what is the title we have to give? It's a HR site, right?
Yeah.
So let us give it as a HR. Fine. HR site. Right. Now here HR space, let us give as HR space site. Now here it wants something called URL name. Just type in the same name, HR site. Fine.
Yeah.
And now here we have something called more options. You can directly create a site, doesn't matter at all, but it's always good to go for more options and create a site.
Okay.
Let us see what is there in more site. Now see, in more you have something called description, right? First step is title and description. Title we have given it as HR site, right? And we'll give something called, this is HR site for, let us say something called employees and resumes. Okay, some description. Fine.
Yeah.
Some description, doesn't matter. Now web address we will be giving same under HR site. Now permissions, let us take the same permission as parent. Whatever was the parent for collection IT collection, let the give same permission to the same. Whenever I say permission, it doesn't it means the same, like we whenever I started this page, it asked for credentials, right? It wanted some admin password.
Okay.
So this page, even if you create a subsite, it will take the same site. Okay. Okay, let's go down. Anyways, you don't have to. This is like navigation. We'll see navigation next step. We'll create a navigation from here. Anyways, okay. And now once everything is fine, just click on create. Now you will see. Can you see here? It is been created again. So here, whenever you create a site again, this whole thing will come. All these things are by defaultly created by your SharePoint.
Okay.
Fine. What you can see here, HR site, right? It says this is a HR site of employees and resumes. So are you getting any doubt here? We have created this site under HR IT collection. Sorry, Corp IT collection. You remember?
Corp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how to go back to Corp IT collection is like this. You have a symbol called folder symbol here, right? Navigate up.
Yeah.
When you click on this, can you see here Corp IT collection, HR site and home, right? So if you click on here, now you can see HR site here.
Okay.
You understood now? Before that there was no HR site, right? So now if you want to go to HR site, click on this, you will be going to HR site. Again, if you want to go back and click on Corp IT collection, you are at home. Now again in HR site, anyways, again we don't need all these stuffs, right? Do we need all these stuffs? We don't need, right? So directly what should we do to delete all these
Yeah.
things? Site actions, edit page,
Yeah.
and directly go and say welcome to some, you can say HR corp site. Okay,
Okay.
corp site, and give as this is HR site. Okay, HR site. And so it is as simple as working with a Word or Excel. I said, right, our Microsoft Office, Word and Excel are direct client to SharePoint. So this is how,
Right.
it is so friendly. So now you are done with editing, just go and save and click. See, right, under your HR
Yeah.
site it's done, right? It's very clean now. Now what is again messing up? This is the one. So again, go to site actions, site settings, quick launch, and click on these libraries, delete and make it okay. Click on this, delete, okay. Click on this, discussions, delete, and okay, because you don't need anything else, right? Now when you go to HR site, now it looks clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, every time whenever I'm going to site actions, it means it will work on the current site. What is my current site now? HR site. Now,
Just
when I go back to corp IT collection, this site action belongs to my corp IT collection. You understood now?
yeah, I got it.
Now, now I said HR site, right? Now our this part is completed. We are done with creating my HR. What is the next
Yeah.
one? Next one is creating accounts. Am I right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now how? Now can you just guide me how to create now, if you have understood? Again,
Yes.
we have
Action news
site
site.
actions, new site. Perfect. Go to
Uh,
team site,
okay.
click on accounts, right? And
Yeah.
again, you can give,
Got it.
oops, I'm sorry. Click on accounts,
And then URL name
URL
would
name, you
be
can give to same name, and more options. Anyways, you are not going to change. Just click on create,
yeah.
right? So it will be created again. It's the same, right? And before going to anything, just go and edit page. Okay.
Edit page,
Let us
delete
say
everything.
welcome to accounts corp site. Okay, and let us say this is our account site. Okay, and I'll remove everything else, and I'll remove everything else here from here, and save and close. Fine.
Yeah.
Now again, we don't need all these things again, right? So what we'll do, we'll just go to site settings, again quick launch, and we don't want all these quick launches, because we'll create our own quick launch, and we'll show you
Yeah.
how. Okay, discussions, delete. Okay, now if you go to accounts, is it clear now? So
I
now,
got it.
so as of now we have created accounts, right? Again, if you go back here, you can see corp IT collection, accounts and home, because we have created accounts under corp IT collection.
Yeah.
Now if you go to corp
Okay.
IT, one more tab will be added, which is network accounts. Fine. Now it is all interconnected. Under corp IT collection, we have HR site, correct, which is nothing but
Yeah.
welcome to HR corp site. Now if you go back to corp IT collection again, there is something called accounts. When you click on accounts, you can go to accounts. Now can HR guy and accounts guy can use the same site? Yes, they can, right? If they want, they
Uh,
can go to HR, and all account guys can go to accounts, and they are using
okay.
my corp IT collection site. My actual site name here is corp IT collection, where I have
Okay.
created two things called HR site and accounts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the two steps. So this is, so now what we have done is we are done till something called this. We are done till here. Fine. You understood now, Mohammed?
Got it.
Yeah, I'm getting some disturbance actually. Okay, fine. It's some internet problem maybe. Okay. So till now,
Okay.
what we have created, we have created a website. We have hosted it on IIS, right? We have
Yeah.
hosted IIS. So after that hosting, we have created something called collections of sites, and on that collections of site, we have created one site called HR, So that is the collection. Whenever I say collections, on one of the collection, HR is one site, accounts is one site.
Okay.
So we are done till creating a two, standard web sites which are nothing but HR and accounts. You understood now?
Yeah, got
Now, I think you have also understood like what is something called site actions. We'll be knowing each and everything anyways, but as of now, what you have understood is have you understood what is the new site? It is a new site. If you want to create any site, I said site. So again, a site is different from page. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, site is completely different entity under which you can create a page. Like
Oh,
in order to differentiate, it is like Facebook is a site, Gmail is a site, right?
okay.
Under Facebook, Facebook profile is a page, Gmail inbox is a page. So this is a differentiation between here new site and new page. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so now you understood what is how to navigate to IT collection. Okay, this is my navigation, and I'm creating something called HR site, accounts, and all. Fine.
Got it.
So today, let us just stop here. Okay. So if I move, I don't want to move anymore, because let us first understand what we have done. Okay. So first and foremost thing is we have to know what is central administration. Central administration in Sharepoint is nothing but it is used for monitoring, okay, or taking backup or making your site secure and all. Everything is done by this complete site, right?
Yeah.
So this is a starting point where you create something called website. So the starting point is nothing but your managed web application. In managed web application, what you will do, you will create a normal website which will be hosted directly on your IIS. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So which will be taking care of all pool or creating port and everything. Fine. So once that is done, the next very important thing is like when you go into managed web applications, you can see your site.
Right.
Perfect. Now on that site you have to create something called site collections. So
Site
now
collection.
you have to go to create site collections in order to create site collection. So once you go to site collection and create site collection, under you have to make sure that you are selecting the right web application. Fine. Because there can be here you can see only 3, because as we have just started, but in real life you will be seeing hundreds of sites here. You will be seeing hundreds of sites, and you have to make sure to select the right one, because whenever you select this, that will be tagged to your site collection. Fine.
Yeah.
Now after that, what happened after that, our website collection got created, and we opened it, which is nothing but a corp IT collection, right?
Okay.
Now, and we use something called edit page, where we edited everything like images here, and we have deleted so many links in here, with which our page became so clean, right?
Okay.
And in order to get rid of these left side all the shortcut links, we went to quick site settings, and we have something called under look and feel, we have something called quick launch. Okay, under quick launch we deleted each and every links, so that our site became look better. Now this site is completely customized for corp IT collection. Now under corp IT collection we wanted 2 sites, which is HR site. When I say site, this site can be completely used by HR, right?
Yeah.
And this accounts can be used by accounts. See here, I'll show you something very exciting here. When I go to HR, see here, what is the URL here? It is site pages and home.asp, right? This home is nothing but our corp IT collection.
Okay.
When I go to HR site, what is here? It completely changed my link to HR site pages and home, right? Because
Okay.
right, when you go take this URL, go to any other, you can, so for HR guys you can give this link. Let us say I'm going to other page. Okay, I'm trying to open something which is come out. Yeah, this is a blank page. I'll paste my URL, which is HR site, and click on it. It will take me directly to
HR then.
now you understood. Whenever HR guys wants, you can give this URL, and now But you are administrator, you can go back to collection, go to accounts. Now if you go to accounts, can you see here your site is created under accounts. So now copy this, go to blank page, you can see accounts directly.
Yeah.
I am not using any navigation here, am I right? Yes.
Got it.
But if you are administrator, you can see corp IT collection, where you can go to HR site, come back, go to account site and all. Fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, while we come up with authenticating some websites, there we will see how to stop everyone visit. Let us say if you want HR guy, if you don't want one particular guy to visit accounts, you can block him.
Got it.
We'll see that and user permissions levels. Okay.
Yeah.
So till now, let us stop this. So I hope you understood something, like how to create a basic page and how IIS is working on it and all, right?
Got it.
Fine. Any doubts in it? You can just I'll just once I think the recording is going on. Once this is done, I'll share you with the video. Just go through that once again and try to create your own website. Start website, creating website for your own. Okay. This is just a starting, and we'll move on with more examples, and we'll create a neat page. Fine.
Definitely. Yeah. I'll just practice on my.
Yeah, just practice on it. And you have any doubts in today's class, Mohammed?
Okay.
You have
No.
any doubts or something?
No, I do not. Like, but I think I'll do my course and the new thing would come up.
Yeah, exactly. You can start working on it, so that it is just like Mohammed. I am sure that once you start, I'm sure like you'll start. This is a just trigger is enough for SharePoint actually. If your trigger is enough, you can move on. But only thing is, I have to just teach you what are the different facilities being provided. That's it. But anyways, this is a first class. That's why you are feeling like, okay, how to go, where to go. But if you create 2 pages, that's it. You will never, no one can stop you. You can go anywhere actually. But only thing is, I'll be teaching like what is there in SharePoint, and you will know how to use. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
So let's wind up till here, Mohammed, and I'll share you with this video. I'll see whether everything is recorded or not, and I'll share this video so that you can work it on. Okay.
Awesome.
And
Great. So you
and I have
Gmail?
no. I'll shall I share you in Dropbox? I have a Dropbox anyways.
Yeah, you can share me on the Dropbox. Let me delete some stuff and.
Yeah, no issues. Yeah. Anyways, I'll share you. Through Dropbox. I'll just share the folder, complete folder anyways, where I'll be keeping SharePoint and all. Okay, so that you can take up. Let me just work on this video first. Okay, something in between. Say there are so many scrambled things we did. Okay, let me just clean up this video and give you the neat video. Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay then, Mohammed. Let me work on this video, and so we'll see you tomorrow. Fine.
Great. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thanks, Mohammed. See you. Fine. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.